are you still making failure an option? Let me explain. If you give yourself options, if you give yourself a back door, if you give yourself a backup plan for when things don't work out the way you want them to, the way you're planning them to, then are you making failure an option? Are you giving yourself the option to fail, right? There's a certain path that you want to take for your own health and fitness, and the question you've got to ask yourself is, how many backup plans am I giving myself in case it doesn't work? Like, say you're looking to start a brand new diet for 2021 because this is the year that it's going to be the new year, new you, right? I say this tongue-in-cheek because I know it's going to happen, and I also know that so many of you are going to fail because you're giving yourself too much or too many options to fail. How I explain this is, say it's this brand new diet that's come out that you've never seen before, and you're entrusting that this is the diet that is gonna work. Okay, so you pick up the book, you buy all the ingredients, and you get to work come the 1st of January. And what invariably happens every single year from now, for the last 10 years that I've been in this industry, and for the next 10 years to come, what is going to happen, what does happen with, say, something like a diet, is you're giving yourself an option to fail, because if you don't continue this newfangled diet that you pick up come January, you can go back to how you're currently eating and drinking, right? There's a back door, you can go back to doing something else. There are options to fail on that diet that you're giving yourself. Whereas if you cut that bridge, if you committed and decided that, okay, this new diet that I'm going to do, diet, by the way, meaning a way of life, so it's not actually something short-term that you should be doing, but I digress. If you're picking a diet and you don't want to fail, the way to make sure that it works, because all diets work, it's more about how you fit that diet into your lifestyle. If that diet works, then fabulous, you continue it for the rest of your life. But if that diet doesn't work, you don't want to give yourself that backup option, because then it means that you're not getting uncomfortable enough. It means that you're not pushing yourself enough. It means that you kind of got one eye on what you can come back to, what you can fall back to, what the normal is going to be. Whereas if that diet that you're going to try becomes the new normal, then you're not giving yourself that option to go back to your normal way of doing things, i.e. the present way of doing things. Say again with like exercise, right? If you're looking at improving your nutrition and you're looking at improving your levels of activity and exercise in your life, if you give yourself a back door, if you give yourself options to fail in the first place, then you're not going to see it through anywhere near as much as if you feel ultimately like you have no other choice but to succeed. Then you're going to grow, then you know you're going to push yourself, then you know that you're going to get out of your comfort zone, and you can create those you can create that analogy of cutting your bridges off and, you know, burning the bridges, burning the old bridges by, say, putting skin in the game into something, by, say, getting yourself accountable to someone, by, say, just committing and deciding that you're never going to do that again, because this is the new way, this is your new version of yourself that you're going to stick to forever. Like, make that change and stick to it forever. That's when you get lifetime results, because you make lifetime changes. You make lifestyle changes, not temporary changes. Temporary changes give you that back door, give you that option to fail at it. Whereas lifestyle, long-term, habitual, automatic changes, which come over time, they don't give you that back door. They cut off, they burn that bridge, because you can't even imagine going back to the old way, the old version of yourself. So it's about, how do you create that feeling, that environment in your life, so that you don't even give yourself the option to fail, so that you make it inevitable that you're going to push forward, so that you feel like you have to keep it up. Not that just you could, but like that you have to succeed. Like, I know, you're down to your last 100 pounds, and unless you run this marathon, then the 100 pounds disappears and you can't eat forever and ever. Like, it's just a silly example, but what I'm trying to say is work out how to create an environment for yourself that means it's inevitable that you succeed, okay? And you can get that by getting the right guidance. You can get that by having the right kind of community around you. And you can get that by learning the skills that are going to empower you to empower other people, right? In essence, they're the three key things that you can get into your life, so that it is inevitable, or so that you make it inevitable, that you're going to succeed, that you're going to see this through, that you're going to sustain it, that you're going to be consistent. And they come with effort, they come with you being ready to change, and they come with you not allowing yourself to look back and go easy on yourself, to look back and allow yourself to go back to those old ways, because you decided that you don't want those ways anymore, that they didn't serve you. So don't go back there. Burn that bridge so you can't go back there. And so the only way you can face is forwards, so that your success and your growth is positive rather than in the negative, i.e. going back to where you started.